Hello guys, Mr. ATC as always for you and for another idea of housing throughout recycling. And today I will be showing you how to create your own wine rack using pallet wood. Alright, let's have a look. Alright, so for this type of project, this is the type of pallet that you will need to find. One of the first steps will be to remove the center part, as I can show you just right here, using here my jigsaw. While cutting, I'm making sure that I'm not going too much in the center in order to keep a little bit of the wood still out, so I can remove it after that, still using my jigsaw. Alright, so as I told you, we're gonna take the center part here and bring it to my work table in order to start working on it. And as I told you a few seconds ago, now this is the part and we're gonna remove each of the side here, still using my jigsaw. Then when I'm done with it, I'm finding myself with a clean, not completely cleaned, but pretty much cleaned pallet center. So after that, in order to flatten as much as possible the surface, I will be using the other machine here in order to make it as flat as possible. Then now that I'm done with the center part, I'm gonna fill up the different holes with some wooden filler, then put it on the side while it's drying out. The next step will be to dismantle the rest of the pallet slab. And here I'm going to do exactly what I'm doing as usual, remove using my reciprocating saw. But note that you can also do the same using a hammer or other tools that you have. And after that, I have all the different slats. So the next step for me will be to remove the different nails, as you can see me showing you here. And for this, I will be using my small hammer and also a pin punch. Then, now that they are all cleaned, I will be repeating the same thing, going again to my thickness planner in order to flatten and clean up the edges and the entire surface. And after that, filling up again the different holes using some wooden filler. Then I will be waiting until everything is dry. While this is drying out, I'm gonna move back to the center block that will be the masterpiece of this design to flatten the different sides, to move after that to some sanding. And remember that if you're doing the same, the goal here will be to sand as much as possible the different sides, all the surrounding, but also the insides. Now that I'm done with the sanding, I will be rounding up a little bit the edges using my router. To then move on the side and apply here my favorite wood burning method. Note that if you're deciding to use this method, you will of course have to sand after that. This is exactly what I'm gonna do just after. But the sanding is always depending on you and what you would like to achieve at the end. Then when I'm all done with the sanding, it's time for me to apply a thin layer of transparent varnish. When this is all done, I'm all finished with this part. So now I'm gonna wait until the central block dry out. Now I can move to the other wooden slant. So what I will do here will be to remove basically the edges using my table saw. And also the different end of the wood, as you can see here. And I will be cutting using my miter saw. When this part is done, I will have to move again to my sanding machine. Now I'm gonna take both parts and add a divider in between in order to see how it looks like. Then now, before creating the different gaps that are supposed to welcome the different glasses, I will be doing a little bit of painting. But keep in mind that if you are doing the same design, you can also do the painting at the end. After that, it's time for me to take the different dimensions and to measure exactly where I'm going to put the different gaps. Because at the end I will have 6 glasses that I will need to insert into them. And in order to create the different holes, before using my jigsaw for the gap, I will be just using my drill machine. Here we are, done with the first one. So after that, I can move to the different other ones. In order to smooth down a little bit of the edges, the inside of the different holes, I will be once again using my router. And one additional thing, here I'm not showing it to you, but I will be sanding a little bit more and applying again some paint in order to smooth down as much as possible the edges. To make the final step of this design, this part, not the entire design of course, this part by using my jigsaw and creating the different gaps. In order to see if it works pretty well, I will be putting inside the one gap, one glasses, and as you can see, it stays in place. Then after that, the last step will be to attach it to the main wooden design, as you can see me showing you here. And for this, I will be using 2 long screws measuring 8 centimeters. And as you know, this design is supposed to go to the wall. So I will be adding 2 pipes on each end that will be attached at the end to the wall. This system is pretty nice because it's giving this entire design a very nice effect of a floating wine rack. Alright, as you can see at the end, it will look like this when attached to the wall. Then, in order to add a little bit of bottles on top, I will be adding an extra wooden slat on top of it. Then here we are with a nice floating wine rack using, as usual, pallet wood. Alright, I hope that you like this project. As always, we will be also making sure that we are adding a 3D plan for you so you can create the same design for your home. If you are new to our channel, I will advise you to subscribe just right here. Then click on the bell to receive a notification every time I'm sharing new content with you. Then I'll see you next time.